So today what I'm working on is this, and I put everything around it. You can't see it. So I have this part, which is a little big for my table. That's okay. So what I'm going to do is put some decoupage paper down, and then I'm going to mix up some milk paint for you guys, and do it in decoupage milk paint. So what I did is rip down the paper just a little bit to make it fit. Hope you guys are doing well on this Valentine's Day. So I have Fusion Top Coat. I'm just going to use that as my medium to put the decoupage on with. Normally I would put a color underneath this, but I think today I'm just going to leave the off-white clear pieces because I'm going to just mix match a few things on here. So what I'm going to do is just going to do this one. Match it up and see which ones. So I'm going to do this one this long here. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to score it with my handy dandy little spatula thing. I'm just going to score it. So I just want to cut it to fit. Then I'm just going to pinch it apart. I think I'll be able to do it like that. And I don't care if it's exactly the same. I don't care if it's wrinkled a little bit because I want it to be a little wrinkled. I'm going to rip it a little bit. Where I scored it, you can see it's easier to cut paper with it. Okay, so here's just one strip I have. And I am just going to put it down with the decoupage. And I got these, I'll have to put the thing in the description because I can't remember where I got them from. I haven't wrote down that I lost the paper again. If you are trying to comment, if I can't see them come up, I will answer the comments in the descriptions afterwards if I'm not seeing them pop up, because last time I had some issues and I'm not sure if anybody's on yet, so I don't know if you guys are commenting yet. So I am just going to go ahead and start putting down my decoupage. Can't see what I'm doing. Let's go back a little. So I am just putting paper on this, the decoupage one, and I put a little underneath this already. I'm just going to lay the decoupage down. The medium, I'm using Fusion Mineral Paint Tough Coat. I'm using matte because I don't want it shiny. If you want it shiny, you can use whatever top coat you want. You can use any kind of medium, any kind of top coat that will put down the decoupage. Now I want it to be a little wrinkly today because I'm going to highlight those wrinkles to make it look old. So that's what I'm going to do. So I want it to have wrinkles, so I'm going to try to wipe some of them out. I don't want it to be terribly wrinkly, but I want it to be a little bit wrinkly. Go score it where it overlaps a little bit and try to tear this up a little. I don't want it crossing the line so much. And if it rips it back okay, I can touch that up too. No big deal. Sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm just taking out the edges here. And I'll save these scraps for again later because I like this. I don't throw anything away because I'll use them again for something. And I'm just going to take the sides and go down in the corners of these. And then right here is raised a little. I'm just going to score that and try to get those out of there a little bit. And if you guys have questions, just put them in the comments and I'll come back in and answer those when I'm done. I want it to look a little jagged on the edges because I don't want it to be smooth. I want it to look cold. So I'm going to rip the edge a little bit and then I'm just going to smooth it out a little bit. Just make sure everything's nice and put down, and I'm going to put some more top coat on just to make sure there's enough on it to lay it down. And you guys see I have a little bit down here. I'm going to fill that in. Okay. You see how that is? So I can just take a little piece of one here. Oh, actually, it's right here at the floor. Oops. And I am just going to take a piece off the edge here. I am just going to put it right there. Just fill it in. Actually, I might do it that way. So. Trying not to overlap it so it doesn't have a fold underneath it. Just put it on the edge there. Put a little bit of coat underneath it. Put a little bit on top of it. It should be good to go. I'm just going to smooth off the edge here. I'm just going to take down the crease. Make it smooth. Okay. Okay. There's one. And again, if you have questions, just ask and I will answer them as I see them. So I'm going to put that one right over here. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing over here. I'm going to move it over a little bit. The table is limited what I'm working on because I thought it was going to be bigger than that, and it ain't. So it comes this way. Okay, there you go. Now you can see it now. So I'm going to put this piece right here. Right? So I'm going to fit it in there, sort of. And I'm going to round off the edge here at the top. I'm just going to pinch it. Here. And I'm not trying to be perfect because I'm trying to make it look distressed. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start cutting down decoupage. This is Fusion Mineral Paint Tough Coat Matte. And the paper I'm using is called Butterfly Masterboard. I love, love, love this from Recycle Decoupage Tissues. I like this better than Queen Bee. I really, really, really like Queen Bee. And in a few weeks, I'll go back on Facebook too. So right now, I just got to do it on YouTube. Hope you guys are having a good Valentine's Day. Again, I'm not trying to not rip the edges. It's okay because I want them to look a little jagged. Just scoring a little bit, ripping it off here. Not trying to be perfect. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to put it here. Okay. I'll sand the edges down here when I get to that point. Okay, there's two little pieces. And let's see, where else wants a little piece? I think right here. I'm going to put this right there. I think I just want that piece. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just put this on. And then I'll cut it off because it's going to hang over the edge. So I can just take it I can just take a piece of sandpaper and cut it and get the jagged edge that I want. And again, I'm using butterfly masterboard by recycled tissue. And the wrinkles are okay because I'm going to use those for distress look. I was thinking about taking and crumpling it up, but let's see. Actually, I'm just going to rip this finger. And then I'll come back and take the sandpaper and score the edges on it, clean up the edges. Okay. See that? Just make sure it's all down. Piece coming up, so we'll take that off there. More, just the top coat and just put it down. Make sure it's all good and down there real good. There we go. And I have this little piece left, and I'm going to put somewhere. Trying to find the edge. I lost the camera there for a minute. I don't know. So, welcome back. I am doing a decoupage heart with recycled tissue paper, and then I am going to use milk paint to highlight it. So, I think it's the internet today. I think it's been going crazy everywhere. I think it's getting ready to do it again. If it goes off again, guys, I'll just have to record it because I'm not quite sure what's going on. So it's your daddy. Somewhat.
Ice and glass.
Yeah, be on mine. I have some scraps, so I'm just gonna put some scraps in here because I don't want to throw them away. You see your bowl?
No.
Right there. I have to get it in a second.
I'll get it later.
Yep.
You do your thing.
I'll try. The camera, the thing will go off again. And I just put a couple of the little pieces in there just to fill it up. Where I didn't put decoupage. So the first color I'm going to do is called Palm Springs Pink. And I'm going to mix is a 1-to-1 ratio. And I got some things here. And I'm going to do one thing of Palm Springs Pink. Just going to do a little bit. It didn't take much. I'm not going to use a whole scoop. Try to seal it back so it doesn't spill out. It's in these little bags and they seal like a Ziploc bag. If I don't get it closed, I'm gonna make a mess of it. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of water and just put a little tiny bit of water in it because I didn't get a whole scoop. I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit. Just a little bit of water and a little bit of powder. See, just a little bit. And what I'm going to do, I am going to just paint a little bit on some of these. Ooh, you can't see it over there. I paint over there. So I'm just making, I just mixed up a 1-to-1 ratio for the milk paint. And I'm just going to paint a couple of these little stripes. Just milk paint. And then I'm going to wet distress it when I'm done. So give me a second. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do a couple over here. I didn't mix up a whole lot. I just mixed up a little tiny bit. And then maybe this one right here too. I think, yeah, two little tiny one in the end. Yep. Just a couple. And then I'm going to mix up some oyster bar. Boop. Do you see it? Oyster bar, maybe. There you go. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. A 1-to-1. I don't want a whole lot because I don't have a whole lot to paint. And I may actually take some of this and fill it in around the edges of these, some of them that I ripped. Just a little bit of water. Doesn't take much. That's a little thick, so I'm going to add a little more water. Okay, so I'm just going to do the same thing and just add, actually I'm going to touch up a couple of these edges. I want a little bit down these edges. And I'll wipe it back. So I'm just going to touch some of this white down these edges. Just to fill it in a little bit. Maybe get this a little more than just the edges. You guys can't see me. So this one here is the one that I cut I'm going to wipe it back. So I'm just going to paint them and then I'll wipe them back. You can see what I'll do here in a second. make this one this color. And it dries pretty quick, so I'm going to add a little water to it, just because it dried a little quick for me. It's okay. I didn't go hurt anything, but I want a little thinner than that. So I'm going to add just a touch more water, just so I can finish that one out. Just mix this right on it. Okay. See that? And then maybe one of these two. Maybe. Just a little touch more water. Okay, that's that one. Okay, we'll wipe off the brush. Okay, the next color I'm going to do is, what color? It's Gotham Gray. Oop. It's Gotham Gray. And I'm going to use just a tiny bit because I don't want to use a lot. Just a little tiny bit in there. And just a little bit of water. I just want to mix it up just a little. I'm going to use the same stir stick and just wipe it off. Just stir this up a little bit. And this thing is clean, it just stains. to put Gotham Gray down. You guys can't see that. Just put a little bit in there. Milk paint is very forgiving. So it wipes up nice. You know, get this side gray. You see what I'm doing here? It's a little more water because I'm not going to get all the way down. I may need a little scoop of stuff because I don't think I added enough. Let's see. One little scoop. Just a little tiny bit of water. And a little bit more. Gotham Gray. A little bit more of this. I'm just going to use the end of this. And that may be a whitewash, or a gray wash, but that's okay. Yeah, it's fine. So it makes it like 2-to-1 water. It's okay. Because I don't want it to be dark gray. I just want it to be a different color. I'll show you what I'm going to do here in a minute. And then I'm going to do this one, I think. Here. Okay, and the last color I'm going to do is red. It is called hibiscus. Hawaiian hibiscus. Let's see. And it may be too much. Maybe I just need to do this pink instead of red. I'm going to do red. If I need to pull it back, I will. I'm going to see. I'm going to use a red. Blue.
You better back up there.
It looks like pink too, but it's not.
Alexa, set timer 20 minutes.
30 minutes.
going to mix this up and see it's turning red. Get red pigments in it. Good, good, good. I dropped the brush on the floor. Give me a second to get it off the floor. Got my mess with everything else. Woohoo! And I've got this little piece and this little piece. Let me get this in here. Actually, it's pink. It's like a soft red. That's cool. That's perfect color. I'm gonna paint right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this and I'm going to wipe off my hands. Just a towel. I'm going to fold it. Actually, I'm going to get a clean towel because if I use a clean towel, it's going to be a mess. Clean towel. And I'm going to get a little water on the towel and I'm going to wipe some of this back so I can distress it. Because it's milk paint. If I wet it, it comes up a little before it completely dries. I can play with it a little bit and do a wet distress. So I am actually going to take some of this paint off just by wiping it with water. And you can see the paint on the tissue. I'm going to hit the corners. And distress it a little bit. And how much water you put on and how much you drag across is how much paint will come up. See right here? I want the white to come off, so I'm just taking a wet towel and just distressing a little bit the edges. I'm going to get another towel because I don't want to mix the paint. I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to do it on the white. A little water. And if I take too much off, I'll have to just paint back on. Take the white and I'm just going to wipe it down to get some of that white off because I painted the edges. I'm going to take the pink off the white here. See a little pink right there. I'm going to get that off. So this piece right here, I'm going to wet it just a little bit more than I did the other ones. This piece right here is a little more white than I wanted, so I'm just going to take the water. I just got a little water on my towel. And I'm going to just wipe around so it looks like it's part of the decoupage paper. You can see it coming up. Got a little bit of pink on it. That's okay. Get a little more. Pink up there. So I'm lifting some of the white off the decoupage that I put on there because I just put it on willy-nilly. And then on this, I can distress it a little bit more with the white, with the edges a little. Let's see what I'm doing. Just wiping the edges, just giving a little distressed. See them pulling up the little bit of the milk paint because it's dry. It's dry. It dries in like 10 or 15 minutes. It dries quick. But if I want to wet it, if I wanted to move it or have too much on, I could just wet it and it, it'll come back up if I take a brush across it. Get some splashes there, and you can see. Some pink here. So distress the pink a little bit. Get the pink back. With distress color, picking back up the paint after I using the water as a the distress, right? I'll take a little bit off this edge here in the corner. Okay, and I'm going to move some of the gray and the red. I don't make a mess and spill it everywhere. I'm trying not to make a mess. So if you want to try to do a project with milk paint, let me know. I sell it. CountryRoadCraftsNC.com, and let me know. And or you can put a message here, and then we can talk. And if you're not sure, we can do I can talk you through it while we're doing it. We can do it on like a live or a Zoom or something. So here it's just. This one's not as dark as I wanted. Let's see if I can darken it up. Because the water has dried a little in the paint, so it's a little thicker. So I can paint a little darker on there now. Okay, guys. There's my decoupaged heart. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I can answer them. Holly Mellon with Country Road Crafts. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.